Alrighty, everybody. As everybody knows, I'm home quarantining, but it doesn't stop because we still need to announce and interview our member of the month. So I present to you Liz, our member of the month. She is 615 diehard, and I'm really happy to have you here virtually, Liz. So welcome to our interview.
Thank you, Max.
So let's first start with how you got started doing CrossFit. So how long have you been doing it? What got you started? Just give us your origin story.
Sure. So I came at the invitation of Shaheen Park, who invited me to come about a year ago. And I brought my husband maybe about 2 or 3 days after I started. And we were coming through the fall of 2020, or kind of late fall, early winter. And then when things went inside, we decided to wait until our vaccines. So when we came back, I think around May or so in 2021.
Awesome. And do you remember your first workout, what it was, or is it kind of like all a blur?
I know that it was outdoors, and I know it was on, so on the big mats, and I know that everyone was so much more friendly than I was prepared for. So I remember thinking, wow, either they've got some kind of incentive scheme that they're working with this class for
we do.
the trial members, or maybe these people are actually this nice.
It's a little bit of both. All right. And so now that you've been doing CrossFit for a while, I'm sure there are some movements that you love and maybe some that you don't love so much. If we were going to put together kind of a workout with some of your favorite movements, you don't have to get too specific, like the amounts or how many rounds, like what movements would you want to include in, the Liz workout?
I like deadlifts.
Love it.
I don't particularly like toes to bar.
Cool. We'll skip those.
I can't do it. And then if I do it, one of the various modifications, I sort of feel like, I don't know. I don't love it. And I'm like on the ground. I'm just like very on the ground and very like in the feeling of being on the ground. I don't love that.
Yeah, not everybody likes that.
Yeah, but I like what are they called? The jumping up on the box jump. Yeah.
Good. So we got some deadlifts and some box jumps. That's a great workout.
Yeah, that's what's coming to mind. I mean, I note that I did not mention burpees.
Yeah, we won't put any burpees in there, but deadlifts and box jumps are a phenomenal workout. So you mentioned that a couple days after you started, your husband started. Now, I know right now you two don't train together, but for a while you do train together. So for some of the other couples out there, like, what do you prefer? Do you like training with your husband? And who knows if he'll watch this or not? So you don't have to be too PC. But do you enjoy training with your partner, or do you kind of like having your own time?
I actually do like it. The trouble is that when we went back to the office after Labor Day.
Right.
I need to get up and moving into Cambridge earlier than he does. He's only working from home. And so I needed to switch from, I think we were doing like the 8th, I don't remember, because you changed some of the times of the mornings in the summer, but we were kind of doing like around a 9 o'clock, or maybe it was like an 8:30, I don't remember exactly. But we can't manage it. So he'll go later. And yeah, I mean, I brought him this week to 2 6:15s, and it was good to have him out there with me.
Yeah, I know me personally, Britt, my fiance, we love to take class together. It is really nice to be able to share something like that with your partner. So if we were going to put together, a playlist for your box jump deadlift workout, what type of music, or maybe you have like specific songs, stuff that you would want to listen to? What do we got?
Yeah, this is the kind of question that often makes me a little, people get a little uncomfortable when asked about their music music choices, but I have a very specific answer because yesterday's workout, which was 30 minutes
of intervals.
Right? So Brian was playing Bon Jovi, and that was just like perfect.
Yeah.
And I was just really in it. And I don't really care for Bon Jovi. Like, I mean, I would never say, oh yeah, I love Bon Jovi, but there's something that just absolutely hits it perfectly for me for a workout. So
I love that.
I'm a little embarrassed by that answer because like Bon Jovi is not my thing, but apparently it is in certain contexts.
It's so funny because in a workout like that where and I tested that workout before I programmed it. So you're on that piece of machinery for the 30 minutes. Like you don't have any time where you're off. You do kind of need to get into the music. So who knows if it was the workout or maybe it's just kind of a guilty pleasure of yours. But finding that like that type of music in a workout like that truly helps. And then there are other workouts where maybe the intensity is so high you can't even hear any music. Switching things up a little bit, we're going to talk about like not necessarily like cheat meals, but things like favorite foods that you may have. Like, do you gravitate towards the sweet side, the salty side? Like, give us like some favorite foods, or maybe like favorite meals in the household, things like this, comfort foods. Like, give us some of your like your favorite foods, favorite meals, stuff like that.
I mean, I tend to be more of a sweets person. I really like, I like things like cakes and icing, and I mean, I tend to really like that stuff.
Just a vat of icing. Yeah, I'm with you there.
That's just perfection.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't do a lot of that. My kids are teenagers now, so so we're trying to model good choices, and
Right.
vat of icing is not on the good choice.
Right.
But I do I tend to have a sweet tooth.
Okay.
But when it comes to like indulgent meals, I mean, we do love, the kids do love it when we order burritos.
And now where's the go-to burrito spot? So, because you live in Lincoln, right?
No, we live in Newton.
Oh, you live in Newton. So you're actually probably in like one of the best areas for some solid takeout. So where's the burrito spot that we should be checking out?
So there's Los Amigos or Dos Amigos or something Amigos, which is in Newtonville, and that's where we typically get our burritos from. Quite good.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a big I'm a big Anna's Taqueria guy.
Yeah, I can't do taqueria either. Yeah.
But and and then we like to go to Adelita in Concord as well, and that's a good little sit down spot. We're gonna keep jumping around the map here, and I'm a big movie guy, and so I don't know if you all watch a lot of movies, but the people are curious. The people are curious if what's like a movie that's in like your top 5. And so when I put movies in a top 5, it's something where it's a rainy day and you got a couple hours, it's on TV, no matter where the movie's at, you can just sit down and start watching. So I'll let you think for a little bit and I'll kind of put some out there. So Shawshank Redemption for me, really big. It's maybe not like my favorite movie, but you can kind of pick it up, watch it at any time. Really solid movie. Braveheart I used to put up there as well. And you kind of need these longer movies. And just for fun last night, Brittany and I watched The Revenant, which you only need to see a couple of times. It's a little bit gruesome. But what are you thinking? Let's give us some movies.
Yeah, it's tough. So I mean, I tend to like a good kind of stupid comedy.
Oh, love that.
I don't mean like really stupid comedy, but Bad Moms. Have you seen the film Bad Moms?
Yes.
That one I find to be just joyfully silly.
Yes.
Is it Bridesmaids? Bridesmaids is kind of the
Yes.
same crowd. That one's good. That one's really
Yeah.
good. There's a
Yeah, it
particular
is.
scene in there that I just was sobbing, which
Yeah.
probably is the scene everyone thinks about in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Uh, so those I could watch. I mean, I would say that weirdly enough, um, Home Alone
Oh
is a
yeah.
film that I could watch at any point and find it just cracks me up. And obviously we can watch that. We do watch that again and again at Christmas time.
Oh, so that's a big like holiday favorite for you.
That's a holiday favorite. That's a bit of, that's one that all of us will enjoy together. And Elf is another good one.
It's funny that you said that because we were kind of scrolling through the videos that we own on Apple TV, and I like scrolled on Elf. I'm like, not yet. It's like close,
Yeah, it's too soon,
but
but
yeah,
I mean, Will Ferrell can pretty much do no wrong for me.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's really funny. And you know, now that it is spooky season, it's officially October 1st. Um, are you all a family that gives out candy on Halloween? If you give out candy, what are you giving out? Or do you leave a bowl to say take one, or do you turn the lights off? We need to know kind of what type of family are you guys on Halloween?
Yeah, so we don't turn the lights off, although never say never. We
Okay.
definitely we show up for Halloween. We I tend to wait. I tend to wait to the very last minute to buy the candy,
Okay.
like the last minute, because
Yeah.
what will happen if you buy it sooner is it's gone.
It's
Like I
gone.
don't buy
Yep.
you bags of chocolate in September. That's for sure. I don't get that.
Right.
So I tend to wait. Then I also tend to make choices that are not my favorites as well for the same reason.
That's
I know there's
very
gonna be
smart.
chocolate coming in, and I definitely don't need to pick my favorite. So I might go like the sweet tarts and like nerds route because I don't particularly care for those. And I'll buy those because there's no way I'm going to dig into that. This doesn't interest me. Or sometimes I'll
Oh,
go like the almond joy. So I don't like those
oh,
either.
oh, I like almond joys.
Yeah,
So
not for me.
okay, so you get the candy that you're not going to eat, but if you were going to get your favorite candy because it is spooky season, what are we going to get?
We're getting Milky Ways. We're
Milky
getting,
Ways.
yeah, Milky Ways. Very specific. I like Twix.
Okay.
Well, it's only
Mm,
chocolate. It's got to be chocolate, and ideally, it's got a little caramel in there too.
okay, cool.
Mhm.
So no Kit Kat.
I mean, I might go
It's a
Twix instead. I mean, it's
okay.
okay. I won't turn it down. I won't turn a Kit Kat down.
Okay, and you have you said you had some kids that are teenagers.
Mhm.
Are they allowed to trick or treat? What's the age? And that, you know, this is, maybe we'll get some controversy here. Maybe some people will watch this and be up in arms. At what age should kids stop trick or treating?
I think this is controversial. I mean, I have a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old. I think my 16-year-old has no business trick or treating.
100%.
I think my 13-year-old might be on the borderline. And I think
Okay.
it kind of depends on how she's going to conduct herself. If it's kind of
Mm,
a teen's wilding, then I don't think she needs to do that.
right.
In general, I would say that's not a practice I would advocate. But I think if I think if she's going to genuinely like watch out for the little kids and be sweet and be in a proper costume, maybe she might be able to sneak one more year under the limit.
Okay.
I think she's getting close, and I
So
actually I don't think she wants to. By the way,
yeah.
I think she's pretty much done with it. But if she did want to, I might be okay with it for one more year. That's my view.
Okay. I think that's generally where people were at. When I was growing up, my mom was ready for me to be done trick or treating when I was like 8 or 9. She does not like Halloween at all. So yeah, at a very young age, my mom was trying to have us put a stop to it. So enough about holidays. Let's kind of get into maybe a couple facts that people wouldn't really know about you.
Okay.
So the fun thing about doing these interviews is it gives people a chance to, you know, meet somebody new and learn a couple fun facts. And we definitely know how you feel about trick-or-treating, as well as some kind of slapstick style comedies. But like, what are a couple facts that people maybe don't know about you, and they'd be interested to know?
Let's see. I mean, we just got back. We spent 10 days in August in Alaska. We went on a family vacation to Alaska.
Wow.
And I have to say, I highly, highly recommend it. Like triple exclamation point. It was great. It's absolutely beautiful. Perfect.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's and so we did kayaking, we did hiking, we went on a helicopter over a glacier, and I mean it's just, you know, it's a very special part of the world, and unspoiled, and we caught all these salmon, like just a massive amount of salmon, which is now in our freezer. It was
That's right. Kevin was saying that.
Yeah, it was just great. So that's one thing that I've got kind of very much on my mind.
Cool. You're just going to give us one fact.
One fact. So we spent 9 years living in Europe.
Wow.
So we went to Europe in 2006 and returned in 2015. And
Okay.
2 of those years we lived in France, just outside Paris. And 6 of those years we lived in London.
Oh, well, I'm an aficionado on all things London now because I just watched 3 seasons of Peaky Blinders in 2 days. So
Yeah, of course.
I essentially know everything there is to know about London. And
That checks out.
yeah, fun fact about Peaky Blinders, for anybody that's watching, first 3 seasons really good. I started the 4th season. It's not for me. Very hard for a TV show to have long, you know, like real staying power past that point. Now, are you guys big like show aficionados? Like, do you watch like a number of series? Like, did you watch Game of Thrones, stuff like that?
They're big show people. Big show people.
Oh, okay.
But not Game of Thrones. Not into that kind of thing. We watched. We're watching. I had watched Succession.
Okay.
And I just told my husband he had to watch Succession. Season 3 is coming out in like the next couple of weeks, I think. So
Okay.
we started. I was willing to watch it again, and we just made our way through season 1, and we just started season 2 last night. So
Okay.
by the time we finish season 2, we'll be ready for season 3. So that's a big one. I like Ted Lasso. Speaking of the UK,
Ted Lasso. Really quick. I had everybody's like, you got to watch the show, and then they gave me this caveat, like, hey, you got to get through the first couple episodes, and that immediately turns me off from a show. Like, so I guess, listen, I trust you, Liz. So if you're saying it's good, I'll give it another chance. But shouldn't the show just be good from the jump? You know, what are your thoughts?
Ted Lasso. I didn't watch it when it came out. I mean, I started watching it maybe a couple of months ago. And now I'm up to date, you know, with the new episodes coming out, I guess, every week. But when I first watched it, I thought it's a little bit schmaltzy. It's a little bit like, but then somehow I got into it, and now I mean, I don't think it's the greatest thing ever. I don't know that it's, you know, deserving perhaps of all the attention it's getting, but I do find it to be easy. It's easy.
And now here we are. Now, speaking of easy, a show that everybody at home should watch if they haven't watched already, and we're talking about London again, is The Great British Bake Off. There is no better show on television than The Great British Bake Off.
Right.
In fact, there's a new season out right now. They're dropping 1 episode a week, which I can't stand when people put a limit on my binging. I don't like that at all. But the reason why,
particularly when you're sick, because this is a moment for you. You can really lean in.
I mean, in reality, the last time that I had more than a couple days off might have been 10 years ago. But the reason I love the Great British Bake Off is they are trying so hard to win, but at the same time supporting everybody else. It's really wonderful. And I'm not a baker at all, like have no baking skills. And so I can actually be like, this is just so amazing that they're able to do all this stuff. Yeah,
they don't even win anything. Like if it was the American baking show, maybe there'd be $50,000 or something at the end of it. They literally win like a plaque.
A plaque, yeah.
And so they're in it for the game, and that's, I don't know, it's a great show. I fully agree. And there's like 9 seasons now, 8 or 9 seasons, so there's
Oh yeah,
lots for people who haven't seen it to catch up on.
I've
It's
watched it
strongly
all.
advocated. Yeah, me too.
Now listen, but before we just continue talking for the next hour, and I know that you have things to do, um, what I want to do is give you a moment to kind of just speak to the Tilt people. And so this is kind of like, your victory lap, and you can talk about whatever you want, and I'll let you have it.
Gosh, I mean, I will say that when I got your email, Max, it was like the greatest email I've received in a long time. I was so incredibly excited, and
Good.
I think it's because I'm certainly not the most fit person in the class, but it is a great feeling to show up and do the thing, and to see the thing getting, I wouldn't say easier, but more accomplishable each time. And I don't know, I just it's been really it's making my life better for sure.
That's
To be
wonderful.
a regular routine, and to have the structure, and I love that it's quick in, quick out. It's like I know what to expect. I don't know. I'm just very grateful that I'm grateful to Sheen, and I'm grateful that I connected with you all.
Oh, wonderful. Well, we're super psyched that you came to Tilt, and Kevin as well. And thank you, Shaheen. And Liz, thanks so much for taking time out to chat with us today. And
Thank
this will air later on today.
Sounds great. Bye.